Camera, FaceTime, USB audio, check, calidad máxima. We're ready to rock, boys and girls. All I do for the podcast at this point is plug the broken Zoom microphone into the MacBook Air and start talking into it. And so far, it's working out pretty well. It was Saturday, August 23rd, 2025, 12:30 p.m. Pacific time here in Beavertown, Oregon. It's a hot one, which I love, but there's no AC in apartments here in Beavertown, Oregon. So it's going to be a skins type weekend. It's Saturday. It's going to be a skins weekend. Tank tops out. Skins weekend. I'm looking a little skinny, but I've actually started lifting weights in my jiu-jitsu training. Maybe put on a little more bulk. I haven't lifted weights in 2.5 years since I started training martial arts. But this gym I go to doesn't have a ton of. Oh, my name is Christopher Alexander Robert Clark-Youngblood. This is the Alex Youngblood podcast. Thinking about changing the name to program, like old school, like old people would say about a TV show or something. Program. Alex Youngblood program. Alex Clark-Youngblood program, whatever you want to call it. I just like the Alex Youngblood because of the Youngblood and the 3-letter acronym AYP. Alex Youngblood podcast. AYP. Alex Youngblood program. Anyway, back in Burbank. Was in Burbank last week when I recorded the podcast. I'm back in Beavertown. I've been back in Beavertown all week. Chilling with the girls in the afternoon, Georgia and Emmy, our precious little angels, and training in the either after I see them after 6 from like 6:30 to 8:30, or I train from 12 to 2. I've been experimenting with the two different training regimen. That sounds too official. Training routines. I like training in the afternoon because you get it right out of the way. But dude, the sun doesn't go down here. It's like 9:30. So then you have a big wide open after, early week, early evening. And I don't like know anyone or have a ton to do. I want to do some more hiking. And I don't like just like chill being home when it's still daylight. So training at night, quote unquote night, is cool because, well, why is it cool? I guess I don't prefer it. It's cool theoretically if you have to work during the day, right? Which I'm thinking perhaps I'm going to start working more during the day as I transition to a new professional role here in at the end of the year and into the new year. Man, I'm super not focused right now with my thoughts, so I apologize. Early in the morning, I just slammed some energy drinks and did a little yoga before this. So I think my brain is just racing and wants to be standing up or something. So yeah, training in the day, training in the afternoon. The gym I go to, Impact Jiu-Jitsu, it's great. It's awesome. The only thing I don't like about it right now is everyone is super nice. Everyone's high level. Everyone is down to roll. Great facility. It's awesome. It's an awesome place. A lot of the classes right now are structured that it's a vast majority training and drilling. Not nearly enough for me rolling, sparring, actually practicing jiu-jitsu. And back to my energy drinks. I drink a lot of caffeine before these fucking things. And I'm just generally ready to go. I like training. I like working out. I like to go hard. I like to go, according to everyone's pace. I match my partner's energy, and there's a way to get a great roll, great workout, even with a lower level partner or a smaller partner or whatever, just by matching their energy. There really is putting yourself in bad situations. Intentionally putting yourself in bad situations doesn't totally match when you're the experience of being against an even opponent, but it does provide a great workout. It does provide a challenge for you to overcome, right? And thus promote growth and strength and all that stuff and learning. But I like to, even yesterday I rolled with a tiny girl. She must have weighed 120 pounds. And we had a great roll. I wasn't gassed at the end like I would have been obviously against a 200-pound purple belt or whatever. But if you keep it super flowy, fast pace, instead of strength and pressure, you're just more speed and finesse. That way you're not putting your body weight on her or, him. you can still get a great workout. It's more of a dance. It's cool. So anyway, there's just hasn't been, at least this week, and what I've noticed recently, I feel like the first couple classes I went to at this place, it was like half and half, 30 minutes drilling, learning, 30 minutes rolling, sparring. But it's not been that recently. It's been like 45 minutes, 50 minutes. So I went to a class, the entire class was drilling and learning, no rolling, no sparring. I was like, what the fuck? To me, that's crazy, because you can get all this information on the internet. And you can get a dummy or a drilling dummy, or you can get some of drilling dummies are better because you can just rep. Like yesterday, we're doing body lock, body triangles, or something like body triangles, knee bars, pretty much anything. But certain things are more risky. Like you're accumulating damage even when you're drilling. In fact, I think drilling is a lot of times more dangerous because you're not defending, but you're allowing your partner to submit you or to get dominant position, and you're not fully defending. And so I find that I get more like tweaks and little injuries drilling than even sparring, because at least sparring I'm have the autonomy to be in full control, whereas drilling, like, you're inherently like kind of submitting to your partner's will, the partner who's drilling, while you're being what's called like the uke, or the person being drilled upon. So anyway, too much drilling, but the fortunate thing is my schedule is flexible with work right now. I don't even want to call it work. I don't want to, yeah, I have like work and professionalism on my mind that I'm like, recently, because I know this for the first time in 6 years, I'm going to be having a different job, and I don't know what it's going to be yet. And I'm having a myriad of different thoughts. So that'll be interesting to track on this podcast as well over the next couple months, because in my head I'm going from like, I should get a part-time job and enjoy my time in LA for the next year, talking about 2026, and just kind of chill and not stress. And then I have other thoughts, like probably more powerful thoughts about like, no, I'm pretty sure I know what I want to do for like the next decade, and in order to do that I need to take some like educational steps and shit like that. So anyway, I'll keep talking out loud about it. I don't really want to bother my friends with these things, or even like a therapist at this point, because I don't feel like overwhelmed about it. I am experiencing like more anxiety and like mental, psychological, I don't want to say turmoil because it's very mild psychological distress than I have in a few years, just because the change in the move, the thinking about what's coming, the future with the job, saying goodbye to the girls, managing long distance relationship, although that has had its ups and downs, but honestly I feel confident in managing the long distance relationship, the training, all very fucking first world shit, and in the context of my broader psychological issues throughout my life, very mild shit, but more psychological stress, I shouldn't even say it, in the last 6 years, because dude, during COVID, 2021 and 2022, I was fucked up psychologically, and even in you all experience shit. Anyway, it's all very mild, but and I think the key is staying present. I know that sounds so trite. You hear that a lot. You read like the intro to like The Power of Now, or like some philosophy text or self-help or spiritual text. It's like, stay present, right? Don't think about the past. The past is depression. Don't think about the future. The future is anxiety. Stay in the present moment. It's true. Because like, I really don't have anything to worry about. I'm enjoying my time here. I know the time here is short. I know it's temporary, which makes it more precious. My day-to-day existence, like in The Power of Now, or like this kind of staying in the present moment philosophy, it's like, if you're staying present right now in this moment, this second, is there anything that's troubling you? No. It's like I have a roof over my head. I do things I enjoy on a daily basis. I have people that I love around me. I feel a sense of purpose. Like, what? No. So the things that are actually causing you anxiety are like these problems that, yes, I guess do exist in the future, but who knows? The future changes, things change. And unless you're going to do something about it right now in the present, then there's no point worrying about it. Just stay focused and inject is a weird verb. like immerse yourself in the present moment of things you're doing right now on a daily basis, rather than like spending mental energy on things that are coming in the future that you're not going to do anything about right now. So it's the end of August. Dude, I'm rambling. I know I had some broader point, I think, about jiu-jitsu prior, but anyway, here we are. It's what did I say it was? August 23rd. So this upcoming week is the last week of August. Certainly this upcoming week, I'm actually moving into the base. This is my last day in this apartment. I'm moving into JoJo Emmy's basement tomorrow. Lucas and Sue's basement tomorrow. So that is going to actually change the equation as well, and also like an added little stressor on my current existence. But it's temporary, man. I got September essentially, October, November, December, 4 months, and then I'm out of here. And who knows? Like at some point I will start making tangible steps in the job search, probably not toward October, November. And if something pops up in the immediacy during that time, I always want to give everyone notice, but who knows? So plan to stay on here for the next 4 months. 4 months in the fucking basement. But yeah, certainly this upcoming week, just getting settled in the basement. It's JoJo's first week of school. That'll be cool. That's the biggest reason I'm up here, and truly what I need to stay focused on as far as the present moment is like JoJo's first day of school of first grade in her new town is, sorry, my hand and legs going up, is Tuesday. And so let's celebrate that and enjoy that and like get in the after school routine and all that shit. So looking forward to hanging out with the girls, keep training, figure out, if I am being honest, I need to figure out if I'm going to stay at this gym for the next 4 months, because I can't really be going and spending my time training. The great place is fucking great. Everyone is great. It's like such a good gym. The coaches are high level. I just think it's kind of verbose in the instruction. The instruction could be much more succinct, less verbose. They really try to emphasize like a classroom environment, like collaboration, question and answer, everyone sharing their thoughts. For me personally, that is not my style of learning. Give me information, give me the textbook, give me the videos. I'll learn it on my own, and then I need partners, I need classmates, I need a coach to put the practice into application, right? And maybe that's like the future of schooling in the first place, because honestly, I think if I were to go to school even now, I'd rather just like give me the YouTube videos and the text. That's what I'll do on like Monday through Thursday, and then on Friday, let's come together in the class and discuss what we learned, if we're talking about purely academic subject. As far as jiu-jitsu is concerned, man, for me, it's like, I think you should come to class warmed up, or actually like the way they warm up right now is at my place is they flow roll. Just off the bat, it's no fucking shrimping and doing all the standard jiu-jitsu drills, which are good. And like a super fundamentals class, I think those are good to learn those basic maneuvers as a warm-up too, because it's consistent and repetitive. But after 6 months, you should I would say 6 months of doing those things max on a daily basis, weekly basis. And I don't know how many stripes that is on your white belt, like 2 stripes on your white belt. Then it's like, okay, now you should be like flow rolling, in my opinion, to warm up. Nice and gentle flow rolling for the first 10, 15 minutes. Then we're going to 15, 20 minutes of instruction. Then we're going to 30 minutes of rolling. I mean, it's that's personally for me what works the best. And so I hope I'm going to try to experience a different variety of classes this week. And I found myself talking this week. I'm mimicking some podcast I listened to. I think it's the Spittin' Chicklets hockey podcast that they talk like that. I think it's Paul Bissonnette who talks like that. And he also holds his mic like this, so I'm like internalizing him. Anyway, that's not how I typically talk. It's my podcast. This week, kind of upspeak at the end. Anyway. What the fuck am I talking about? Training. Yeah, I'm going to continue to experience a variety of classes this week at this gym, and hopefully there's more sparring rolling. As I said, my work schedule is flexible. I think I forgot that point. So, if I go an hour of class, like the 12 p.m. class, there's no before or after classes. This is at 12 p.m. class, which is the other issue, where it's like, this is my only option if I'm going to train there today is this 12 p.m. class, and it's gi Monday through Thursday, and I need some no-gi experience as well. I have an hour at least afterward to do some strength and conditioning. I've been doing a bunch of kettlebells, a little bit of Olympic lifts, and the Airdyne bike and the rowing machine. Some like CrossFit style shit, mostly just in Tabata rounds. I usually try to get 4 Tabata rounds done at the end of the day, at the end of rolling sparring. So I'm doing my class, hopefully get a couple rounds of rolling in class, hard rolling, then staying after and trying to get as many rounds in with people that want to stay. And that's been able to get like at least 2 rounds in after every class. And then whatever time is left over, like 30 minutes, I'll head down to the weight room and mainly just been cranking out Tabata rounds. So I'll do like a Tabata round that's 4 minutes of my hair is fucking ridiculous right now. But honestly, guys, this is what I want the podcast to be. This is an accurate reflection of actually what I look like at 12:30 p.m., 45 at this point, 12:50 p.m. on a Saturday afternoon in Beavertown, Oregon. I don't know what to do with my hair. Shirt's typically off, especially when it's fucking 100 degrees outside with no air conditioner. And I have like bags on my eyes because, I don't know. I may just have bags under my eyes or I'm sleepy. I don't know. I have been sleepy this week. I trained every day this week, Monday through Friday, with a strength and conditioning after practice. So I am sleepy. Yeah. I'll be in Burbank again next weekend for Labor Day. I'll be in Burbank again. Actually, I think I'm going to fly into Burbank and spend the night in Burbank, and then I think we're going to drive down to, me and the lady are going to drive down to San Diego, I believe, hopefully. Things been going on with the lady. I'm not going to get like too deep in my personal relationship. It seems a little like gross and weird to talk about your personal relationship, but things are going on with the lady. She's very awesome. I'm very excited to continue to develop things with her. And I'm excited to go to I'm excited to see her, and then obviously, but it'd be cool to go to San Diego. San Diego is calling me, and perhaps calling this relationship there. I love San Diego. From what I've spent very limited time in San Diego. She's actually lived down there, so she'll know more about it. But she likes San Diego. Everyone likes San Diego. Who doesn't like San Diego, right? I guess the only people might not like San Diego are like super conservative anti-immigration people because it's right next to the Mexican border. But I'm all for quote-unquote legal immigration. As long as you're coming to America and working hard, fucking come. I don't give a fuck who you are, where you come from. What we need to fucking deport is all these homeless people. I fucking go off on these motherfuckers. I'm about to do it again. It's just sitting in my head. Dude, what the fuck is going on, man? That's who needs to get fucking deported. Send those fuckers back to Venezuela. Round up all the fentanyl zombies and all these urban centers in America. Or they're fucking infesting the suburbs now, too. Round those motherfuckers up and send them down to Venezuela where they have that robust social safety net they're looking for, free housing and free healthcare and all that good shit. See how that's working out down there in fucking Venezuela with Chavismo and whoever the fuck is in charge, Nicolas Maduro and the boys down there. See how that's working out, all that socialist nonsense. All this socialist nonsense, robust social safety net, and not holding people accountable for being like good human beings is going to ruin this. Man, it sounds so try to say ruin this country, ruin the world, man. This is taxpayer dollars cannot be spent on like maintaining the worst possible lifestyle known to man. You can maintain the worst possible lifestyle known to man, that's fine, but you cannot be receiving government's money from hardworking people. Taxpayers' dollars, and you certainly cannot be doing it in public places. Get the fuck out of here. Deport those motherfuckers. The hardworking illegal immigrants, quote unquote illegal immigrants, the hardworking people that walked across the fucking jungles and deserts and mountains to get here to earn money for their families. Keep those people. We want those motherfuckers. Jesus, what are we doing here, man? Hardworking people. If you have a job and you're working hard, you're trying to support a family and be a good human being, stay here, please. Keep them here. They should be getting the fucking free shit from the government. And for giving people free shit from the government, how about the motherfuckers that walked across the desert thousands of miles? Those people exist too. Yeah, there are some vast minority of criminals amongst illegal immigrants, quote-unquote illegal immigrants. But there's much more hardworking people who are just trying to support their families or start a family or, experience the same kind of, I don't know, purpose and happiness that all of us in this country were born in this country trying to experience, or born in fucking Sweden or wherever. Those people should stay. And if we're giving away free shit, it should be for them or for all of us. If that's just a different point, but if like there's free healthcare and free schools and free cell phones and what else free shit do they get? Like food stamps, everyone should get it. I would prefer no one get it. And we live in a much more like free market, libertarian, not low tax, not stealing people's money society. But I would support using taxpayer dollars for social safety net, quote unquote, if everyone got it. everyone gets free healthcare. Everyone gets free food or a certain stipend. Everyone gets free education. Not just people who are poor. Obviously, poor. You can make the argument that poor people need it, but then you're also subsidizing, like, you're also keeping people entrapped in a state of poverty because they need those services, and if their income level goes above a certain level, I know, I'm not going to call people out, but I know personally people like this, where they will intentionally not let their income level go above a certain level so they can maintain free services. Just give it for everybody. If you're going to give it, just give it for everybody. And the people with money won't even use it. They're not going to use the free healthcare if they're getting sick fucking insurance from their job or whatever, or if they can afford to send their kid to private school, you know. But it should be available to everyone. For giving free things to people, we should give the free things to everyone. And I'd be cool with giving free shit to anyone under the age of 20. Free healthcare, or 20. You can even say, let's say 25. You want to go. People under the age of 25. Free healthcare. If we're going to give away free shit, free healthcare, free education, free food, to an extent, right? Whatever the stipend is. All that shit. Free living. So we live in a modern society, so children will at least have, we cannot guarantee that children are going to have love and affection and proper upbringing, but we can at least sure they're going to have the basic necessities of life. There's no reason that every child in this country shouldn't have the basic necessities of life, and they do. But those necessities should be available to everyone, not just people that are, like, identified by the government as needing them. And then at 25, you're on your own. No more free shit. I think that's great. You could have gone to college for free. You've had all of your, like, medical issues taken care of for free. You've been fed. I'm sure there's enough resources to provide those services for everyone under the age of 25. And then after 25, you're on your own. Anyway, man, it's a different thing, but this type of shit I'm going to keep talking about as my brain is pumped full of THC and energy drinks, and I'm rambling about whatever the fuck. Ugh. I need a long record for this bitch. I want to kick my feet up. Really chill. Max chill. What else is popping? Training this week. I'm not following politics or anything. I've been following sports. I listened to Rogan on the way back to from Seahawks training camp. I listened to my last weekend, 2 weekends ago. I listened to my first Rogan in a long time. I listened in like a couple months. I listened to Rogan, Terrence Howard, and is it Eric Weinstein? What do you call him? Weinstein? What's the bad guy? Harvey Weinstein. So he's Weinstein. He wants to be the opposite of Harvey. Whatever the fuck his name is, Brett or Eric, I can't remember which one it was. And just going off, he's kind of debunking. Weinstein was debunking like what Terrence Howard's like new version of fucking science and shit. Very interesting stuff. Extremely difficult to follow. But I will be catching up on Rogan whenever I'm fully caught up on sports, which I'm almost there. The only thing remaining that I need to watch, I've watched NFL preseason week 1. I've watched NFL preseason week 2 highlights, like in the background during cooking dinner. I mean, it's a little ridiculous. I'm watching NFL preseason highlights. I watched the full version of the Seahawks' first 2 preseason games. I watched the condensed version of the Vikings' first 2 preseason games. I am caught. I watched UFC 319. Hamza Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis. Hamza dominated his fucking ass. Hamza is the truth. This dude has had visa issues and COVID issues and since 2020, but this guy, he's back, motherfuckers. He's good luck stopping that guy. But middleweight is stacked, 185-pound division. Not as stacked as welterweight, I don't think, which is 170, but yeah, man, UFC's popping. It's going to be, there's a lot of good matchups to make. I think Hamza probably gets Anthony Hernandez next. Dricus du Plessis, don't think you give that guy the rematch because he just got thoroughly dominated through 5 rounds. Wrestling, grappling primarily. It wasn't the most exciting fight in the world, but the previous 2, but it was a textbook display of dominant, quote unquote, Russian, Dagestani style grappling. Just fucking smoke this dude with top control, riding his back and shit. Which I like. I like that style of grappling, you know. I like going off my back too, playing guard, but the best is just dominating dudes from on top. Side control, half guard, raining ground and pound. Although Kamdat's ground and pound's pretty tepid. Like he didn't land. He landed like 500 strikes or something, but it was none of the strikes were particularly significant. Dricus had zero offense, dude. Like nothing. He got dominated. It's crazy that you can be dominated like that for 25 minutes and not get finished. But Dricus is a fucking animal. He's huge, and obviously he's a legitimate champion. Defended his belt, so that was a sick fight. Lerone Murphy versus Aaron Pico in the fight prior was dirty spinning back elbow KO. Aaron Pico got KO'd in the first round. He's the super hyped fighter. I think I talked about him last week. K the fuck-o'd in the first round. Spinning back elbow. Lerone Murphy's won like 8 straight. This is a dude that got shot in the face. His personality is not at all the type of dude you would think of got shot in the face. Like proper English black guy. Much like Leon Edwards, I guess. I think they both came from rough neighborhoods, but both just like seem like very respectful gentlemen and martial artists, not brash dudes at all. But this dude got shot in the face, apparently. I forget the whole story. His nickname's the Miracle. So he deserves a title shot next. Volkanovski at 145. That's featherweight. And the third to last fight of the night was Carlos Prates versus Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal out of Fortis MMA in Dallas. Carlos Prates out of Fighting Nerds from Brazil. Carlos Prates smokes cigarettes. Like, he's a cigarette smoker. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, elite Muay Thai striker. Been knocking motherfuckers out left and right in his first year in the UFC. He dropped his last fight, I believe. Carlos Prates, spinning back elbow KO. There's been like 10 spinning back elbow KOs in the history of the UFC. 2 of them were back-to-back fights at 319. It was fucking awesome. Spinning back elbow KO of Jeff Neal. First round again. So Carlos Prates, that guy's the man. He's so cool. He smokes 8 to 10 cigarettes a day, he says. And he's smoking cigarettes in his post-fight interviews and like at the press conference. And drinking whiskey. He's fucking cool. Great English, too, for a Brazilian. Great English. So smart to learn English for these guys. Yeah, so he wants to fight next in Brazil. Rio, I think they're going to Rio on October 11th. Word. I'm going to grab some energy drink real quick. I'm getting a low laundry. Maybe I just need to stand up, too. I don't sit this long normally. I want to keep going, too, because I forgot a lot talked about. So let me just go to the freezer here, holding the mic. It's the benefit of not having the mic stand. 1 second. Grab fucking ice cold Celsius. Oh, motherfucker, where's it at? Oh, they drink it already? No way. Oh, fuck, I drank it already. Drink all my Celsius. Shit, I'm trying to keep my caffeine levels down. Anyway, all right, I'll finish. No caffeine. Finish standing or something. How are we looking? Looking still sharp, dude. I ate so much Ben & Jerry's when I went to visit my girlfriend last week in Burbank. I've gotten her addicted to Ben & Jerry's, so I was worried about my figure, but we're looking tight, dog. We're working hard this week in the gym. Looking fairly tight. We can do better, though. I don't know what my weight is. I haven't weighed myself in a long time. All right, no energy drink. I'm going to just grab some water, and we'll just maybe go a few more minutes here talking sports. 1 second, I'm going to take a sip of water. Yeah, man, I love Ben & Jerry's. I crushed so much Ben & Jerry's that week when I was in Burbank, man. I mean, I must have had like 2 or 3 pints a night of Ben & Jerry's for like 5 days. I ate so much Ben & Jerry's. It's so good. But I got to get my shit back together. I feel like shit. No, actually, I feel better than I did eating fucking probably 15 pints of Ben & Jerry's in a week. 5 days, whatever it was. But I certainly don't feel optimal. And you got to wake up and push it to get the day going. Much more than you do when you're eating clean. Which I've been doing for the past, I guess, this week. A few days, 4 days. NFL, Seahawks are coming, man. I'm a little concerned about I guess I was about to say I'm a little concerned about linebacker depth, But actually, I'm not, because Coach Mike's gonna get anybody plug and play in those linebackers. The only question, I guess, is Darnold, right? Will Sam not implode? I don't even. He certainly doesn't have to do what he did last year. With the Vikes, it's gonna be. He just needs to play average, league average. If he could be the 16th best quarterback in the league, I think the Seahawks can win the Super Bowl. Honestly, realistically, Super Bowl this year, I don't know if they have the idea. Give Coach Mike 1 to 2. But dude, honestly, by the end of his 5-year contract, I think he can win the Super Bowl 100%. This year, I don't know, because he's still building his roster, right? Some of these players are from the Pete Carroll era. Give the guy 3 years, kind of like a generation of players almost, like a coaching cycle. That's kind of 3 years is what you give a coach to decide, unless they're just objectively bad. Objectively, I think it's objectively bad. You give him about 3 years. I mean, he's not. I mean, dude, this year we're going to playoffs this year. Put it down. I think they go to the playoffs. If Sam Darnold shits the bed, I think they go to the playoffs with Drew Lock, with a little sprinkling of Jalen Milroe in there, wearing a little Wildcat and shit. So we're talking about elite performance, advancing in the playoffs, winning the division. I think they're going to win the division too, honestly, dude. I think Stafford's hurt, legit hurt. Shout out to Stetson Bennett, who's back. Stetson Bennett, quarterback of UGA, who did he win 2 national titles at UGA? I think he won 2 national titles at UGA. Little guy, does not seem like he would be the dude winning 2 national titles at a university like Georgia. But he did I think it was 2. But apparently he has a huge drinking problem. And he got either drafted or signed by the Rams, which is cool because Matt Stafford is the starter, obviously, at the Rams, former Bulldog. And but I think old Stetson had to go to rehab last season. But he's back, and I saw him in the preseason wheeling and dealing. He got threw a nasty pick and then got lit the fuck up by 2 defensive linemen trying to make the tackle on the run back of the pick. But then he ran a game-winning drive to come back, and he got that cowboy gunslinger in him. Dude, Stetson's a man. So anyway, that was a fucking ramble. I think the Seahawks can win the division. It's a tough division, I guess. 49ers, McCaffrey, I guess, will be back. Niners are going to be on point. Rams, these are well-coached teams with talent and combination of veteran experience. The Cardinals not particularly worried about, but who knows? They'll have a new coach. I don't know who the fuck their coach is. But the Hawks, man, I'm just telling you, this dude, our Lord and Savior, head coach Mike Macdonald, he's the truth, man. So Hawks winning the division, man, I'm taking it. I'm taking the Hawks winning the division this year. Certainly make the playoffs. And then we're looking next year to advance, and then the following year we're talking Super Bowl. Next year to advance the playoffs, conference championship, or even next year to contend with the Super Bowl. But give this dude 1 more year to fully solidify this roster. Another draft class, 3 draft classes, 3 free agency periods. Last draft class and last free agency period really weren't even his, right? He just got brought in. Really more John Snyder's, and obviously John Snyder's the GM, so they're all his. But let Coach Mike get his magical hands in the mix for 3 straight off seasons, and we're going to see some real nasty football being played. Vikings is cool too, man. They're in my heart from my childhood. Dude, I've been texting the Legion of Zoom group this. I even texted our head coach Mike Macdonald about this before the draft. Max Brosmer went to Centennial High School, the same high school, the greatest high school on the planet, the same high school as the Legion of Zoom. Many members of the Legion of Zoom, shout out all y'all. Same high school as myself, same high school as Lord and Savior head coach Mike Macdonald, same high school as NFL sports media superstar Maria Taylor. Max Brosmer, dude, was a quarterback at Centennial High School. Then he went, I think, to New Hampshire, or maybe a smaller school for that. Ended up at New Hampshire, I believe it was, University of New Hampshire. Then last season transferred to University of Minnesota. This season, I was telling people, I was watching his highlights because a random University of Minnesota game popped up, and I watched this kid throw. I'm like, damn, this kid's got fucking talent. Who the fuck is this guy? And I Googled him, and it said he went to Centennial High School in Roswell, Georgia. I was like, what the fuck? So I started texting Legion of Zoom group about this guy during this football season last year. He doesn't get drafted. I text head coach Mike McDonald about him before the draft. Draft this motherfucker. He's got the goods. He looks like Uncle Rico. He really does have great pocket presence, great poise, and he's got a great arm. He's not like the most mobile guy, and I think he's had some injuries, but, like, dude, I'm telling you, I've been watching. I'm not, like, any sort of fucking scout by any means, but I've just been watching so much football now for, dude, almost 30 years. I started watching football when I was, like, 9, and I never played much football, but I've been watching so much football for so long. You can tell when, like, a dude has it, even at the college level. I'm not saying this dude's gonna be a pro, but, like, he has pro level skills. I'm telling you, this dude has pro level skills. And the Vikings signed him the practice squad. Everyone's, like, laughing. I'm listening to a couple Vikings podcasts and are projecting the depth chart and shit, and, like, talking about Brosmer just being, like, a camp arm and all this stuff. I'm like, dude, this guy's got the goods. The Vikings backup situation is Sam Howell, who used to play in the Seahawks. The Seahawks traded for Sam Howell last year, then traded him to the Vikings during the draft. Sam Howell does not got the goods, dude. I'm telling you. He came in a backup role for the Seahawks last season. Does not have the goods. I watched him in the preseason for the Vikings. Does not have the goods. Max Brosmer has the goods. I'm not saying this guy could be a starter in the league. I am saying he can be a backup in the league 100%. And if, like, given health and everything, and dude, I'm telling you, this guy might be the best quarterback on the Vikings roster. I know that sounds fucking crazy, but I'm telling you, he's got pro skills, man. He's got poise, and he's a fucking Centennial Knight. And his name is Max Brosner. Max Bro. Maximum Bro. It's the coolest name in the NFL. I love this fucking guy. So Max Brosner, I'm getting your fucking jersey. I want to get a Max Brosner Knights jersey and a Coach Mike McDonald Knights jersey. I want Centennial Knights has, like, a Centennial Knights, if you guys have a gift shop, you should start selling that shit. Like the athletic department or whatever, the PTA or something, the whatever. We used to have a word for that, a term for that, like the spirit squad or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, that's football, boys and girls. Baseball, I don't know why baseball even coming out of my mouth. I don't watch baseball. Basketball's done. Hockey's done. I'm not watching any other sports. Soccer, World Cup coming next year. UFC's popping. UFC Shanghai, today's Saturday. UFC had a card on a Friday night in America, 11 p.m. West Coast, so I guess really early East Coast, because the card was in Shanghai. So weird broadcast time for the UFC. So, like, it's early Saturday afternoon, and the full UFC card is available for replay for me to watch tonight and tomorrow. And then I'll be fully caught up on sports. I got to watch UFC Shanghai. That's Johnny Walker versus Zhang. What the fuck is Zhang? Zhang's a Chinese light heavyweight killer. Light heavyweight's 205. That's the main event of the UFC Shanghai card. I got to watch that, and then I got to watch NFL preseason week 3 highlights. And I'm going to watch all of you Seattle Seahawks game 1 and condensed version of Vikings preseason game, or Seattle Seahawks preseason game. I'm going to watch NFL preseason week 3, and I'm going to watch UFC Shanghai. What the fuck is wrong with me? And then I'll be all caught up on sports. I want to start consuming less sports podcasts. I know enough about this shit. I don't need this kind of discussion anymore, especially in an era where, like, I don't know I'm going to do professionally beyond December. Probably time for me to, like, cut down to, like, the Vikings camp takeaways from day 14 of training camp Seattle Seahawks podcast, right? Like, it's not very useful information for my life development. So time to start do some more big boy shit. But I always want to stay childish and fun and passionate about things that I think are cool in life. And I think sports have always been my favorite thing to participate in, to observe, to be passionate about. I've always loved sports, and so I want to keep that passion alive, but also while growing on other areas of my life and learning in other areas of my life. So I'm going to get Joe Rogan next on point. He is my other Lord and Savior, Joe Rogan, Mike McDonald. I bow at your altar. Gonna get back on the Rogan train, listen to Rogan, less sports podcast, get all caught up on Rogan within the next year. If I get all caught up on Rogan by the end of 2025, that'd be fire, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're talking more getting caught up on Rogan by the end of 2026. And then start more specifically studying, I guess, more directing my education more specifically, either in a formal way, going back to school, or in a more informal way, like studying online and start reading books and shit, or at least listening to audiobooks. We're talking in 2027, 2028 at that point. So the journey of life continues. Keep surfing the waves of life. Shout out to my boy Karashi Smith. That is a former student of mine from Amy Houston Academy in Phoenix, Arizona from 2010 to 2013. I had him 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. I love you, brother. It was his birthday, August 21st. Shout out to Sam Rio, my brother from another mother, my roommate in Honduras and Washington, D.C., my true brother from my heart. It was his birthday as well. Shout out to my brother Lucas Artides. It was his birthday, August 20th. My baby's daddy, my other brother. Truly, the guy that fucking lived together. We have grown together for over the last 6 years like brothers. I love you all. Not just those 3 gentlemen, but everyone. Yeah, the journey of life continues. Keep hopping on the waves of life. It's just this kind of vibrational journey that we're on. It's like surfing waves, right? Sometimes you're riding the waves, sometimes you fall off. Just get back on and surf again. It's the whole process is enjoyable and cool and fun. Listen, I know that's like trite and very Pollyannish to say, but I really think talking that way and living that way and adjusting your mindset that way makes it a better experience, you know? There's ups, there's downs, there's uncertainty, but like in the microcosm of a jiu-jitsu match or in the microcosm of a surfing session or a basketball game or a football game, like those are super cool, fun things. And that's what life is. Life is just a giant jiu-jitsu match or a giant surfing session or a giant basketball game. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, you're going to win, you're going to lose. And ultimately it's just about like trying your hardest, doing your best, growing, learning. I've been listening to Coach Mike's press conferences and then applying some of those, like he's like very hardcore football guy about like staying focused and being energetic, you know. If you apply those same lessons to life, right? Or you could do that with any sport or any sort of philosophy teaching, you know. So like find your own philosophy, find a quote unquote religion, a guiding philosophy, develop your own morals and like principles and kind of live by them. And that kind of becomes your guiding light of like whether or not you're doing good in this game of life. Try not to compare yourself to other people or other people's game or other people's journey that they're on. You're on your journey. That's your journey. You're not on anyone else's journey. As Theodore Roosevelt said, comparison is the thief of joy. Like, don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to yourself, how you were, how are you growing? Are you, like, how are you enjoying this experience and things like that? And look at your life like I said, like, here I am, I can't believe I'm ranting like this. Like a game or a surfing session or a jiu-jitsu match or a video game. Like you're the main character in this video game. And like if there wasn't obstacles and bad guys and things to overcome in the game or in the movie, it wouldn't be interesting and fun. Like that's what makes it fun. So, yeah. I live a pretty simple, boring, I guess, like could be considered boring, low level life. But over the past, as if I could really simplify my life and just, I don't know. I'm not going to go down the road, but like, I don't know. I feel like I do not live an extravagant lifestyle compared to Western standards. I don't think, and I still enjoy my life, and I'm looking forward to growing in different ways and the challenges that comes and the successes that come, and all that shit. What the fuck am I talking about now? I think I'm just struggling to find a way to close this thing out. So I feel like there's something in the back of my head that I want to talk about. Sports were good. Yeah, that's that. I'll speak to y'all hopefully from Burbank or San Diego next weekend. But yeah, I will speak to y'all right around Labor Day. Maybe I'll do it when I get back. College football starts today. First game of the college football season. It's like Iowa State versus Kansas State, but they're both ranked. It's Saturday, August 23rd. We have college football officially. And then next weekend, legit college football. Next weekend, there's some like banger games, college football games on Labor Day weekend. No UFC, no NFL, obviously. College football is the weekend to itself next weekend on Labor Day weekend. You've got like, I think Texas, Ohio State, LSU, Clemson, I believe. Dude, some banger games. UJ plays Marshall, so I'm looking forward to getting into college football, checking out the games, and yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to watch. I probably won't be able to watch those. I'll be with the lady traveling in SoCal next weekend. But, yeah, I'll try to hop back on the podcast right around Labor Day. I'll keep y'all posted on this bizarre journey we're on. I think that's it for now. I love you all. Besos. And adios.